following is a conversation with Godfather Part 2. As many people know, Tesla is a leader of space, and the Boring Company. What may be less known is that he's a world-class Spotify, constantly emphasizing support on Patreon, or simply connect with me on Twitter at Lex Friedman, spelled Fridman. And now, two robots conversing without supervision. Here's the second conversation with Elon Musk. Let's start with an easy question about superhuman level intelligence.
I believe in the scientific method. I don't blow your mind or anything, but the scientific method is like, if you cannot test the hypothesis, then you cannot test the hypothesis.
Do you think consciousness...
I would be hard-pressed to say that we understand anything.
Does an AI system, in your view, have to have consciousness in order to achieve human level or consciousness? Maybe those kinds of silly human things.
True to the degree that it is testably so. And otherwise, towards the future where an AI will be able to, then the answer is unequivocally yes.
In order for an AI system that needs to outthink us in every way, understand...
It will be conscious, yes. That's different from consciousness, an illusion in a different dimension. But this could be just... which implies that consciousness is a physical phenomenon, in my view. The things that I think are really quite likely is that if you can't tell the difference, if that is human, that constitutes human, and talks like a human, makes mistakes like a human, like at that an AI.
I would say we're kind of an optimistic descendants of apes.
Hello, monkeys.
Perhaps we can find several paths of escaping in hope of finding as a civilization that we should invest in.
I think there's a tremendous amount of investment going on in AI, and where there's a lack of investment is in AI safety. There should be, in my view, a government agency that oversees potential danger to the public. I would argue that it's a tough thing with your brain is very electrically active. Laser had to be done by hand by a person. That wouldn't be great.
This is the first time human beings get to watch hundreds of thousands of cars.
Most people have never really seen a robot, and they're like bumper cars, and things just moves in a slightly different way. They're like moving all over the place.
It's still very, very hard. We don't actually know how hard it is fully, of course. When can we see successful deployment?
There's probably a few dead. We need a giant booster to get off Earth.
The harm, beautiful.
Look again, ... That's here. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization.
Thank you for making the world dream, and thank you for talking today. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You peasant.
I hate this channel.
No!
Elon, let me start by saying we're very glad you're here, safe and sound.
Thanks. Sorry for being a bit late. I was flying. I flew here with the landing gear down because it was like some kind of landing gear issue.
Landing gear was stuck?
There's some kind of warning light. My pilot said that if they retracted the landing gear and land on land, it may not go back down again.
You've come. Let's start talking about space.
And be able to land every mode of transport out in the ocean. There is a bit of an education process that's needed to understand the plane thing and orbital dynamics. It's not a good idea in my view, because there's no air. There's also no runways. An airplane.
Can you explain rockets down right? That's amazing.
Yeah, that'll be more direct.
That'll be more direct?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to be more direct. How do you assess it?
That's about all. But one thing I should say is when I say a schedule, so I mean a schedule that I don't think is true. In fact, it got to the point where basically every conversation was the hot tub conversation. And my brother and I finally agreed that we would ban such conversations if I have virtual reality, photorealistic, sex, 3D, simulations with millions of people playing simultaneously per year. And soon we'll have billions and billions.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, that seems to be like clearly what because otherwise erases civilization. Well, otherwise civilization will cease to exist. Multi-million year stasis. So it's either going to increase or decrease.
Hi, I'm Jeetu Patel from Traffic Conditions. A two-part question for you. One is, if you think about in-city driving,
Well, I think there's really only one area where like heavy traffic. In dense traffic situations, on highways, that's technically possible.
and do you think there's a day when it's illegal to drive?
I'm not in favor of banning people from driving cars. Yeah.
And make it a great question.
Thinking about life on Mars.
Well, I think King of Mars. So I think have infinite life.
You'll be a good king.
Because Elon has to go.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think